Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to tonight's service. I would first like to thank the Lynbrook Fire Department, the Gornegal Pipe Band, and Andre Arias for attending and participating here at tonight's ceremony, as they have every year that I have been mayor, so thank you. I would also like to thank the members of the Horn family, the Caproni family, the Fitzsimons family, the Wall family, the Olson family, the Stern family, the Wren family, and the Hannon family for joining us here tonight for this service. And if I missed any family, I apologize. For the past 3 years, there has been a phrase that I have always used to begin this ceremony's message. And that phrase is that on September 11th, 2001, the streets of heaven were indeed overcrowded with the light of 3,000 new angels. I've used that phrase because in its simplistic words, I find solace and comfort when thinking about the events of that dark day. For in that short phrase, I'm comforted in knowing that all of the victims of September 11th were at peace with God at the end of that horrible day. Much like that phrase, we again find ourselves in this memorial garden, 9 years removed from that fateful date. Many of us attend this ceremony to seek, to find, to embrace the memory of a friend, a family member, or a neighbor who was taken from us on that day. This service in these gardens seems to provide us with a special opportunity. It's not the opportunity that we so much desire, and that is to again see, to touch, or to feel with any of the 19 individuals whose names appear on the stones that encircle this area. But as we gather here each year, this place seems to allow us to remember each of them in a special way. When greeting a member of the Hannon family, it's hard not to recall the engaging personality of Michael Hannon. When seeing and speaking to the member of the Horn family, it's impossible not to hear the echoes of the hearty laughter of Michael Horn. And when seeing Mrs. Fitzsimons, it's difficult not to recall the strength of character of her husband, Richard Fitzsimons. And this is true for each of the individuals whose names are inscribed on each of these stones in this garden. We gather here on this date every year so that we not only pay tribute to the memories of these 19 individuals, but we remember who they truly were through their family, their friends, and their neighbors. This service also reminds us that the victims of 9/11 died because they symbolize the American ideal. For it is the American ideal and the components of courage, determination, and hope that have formed the foundation for our great principles of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom to choose one's own future. It is these principles that the hijackers could not understand on that date and sought to destroy. Our principles and our values that have built our country stood tall at the end of September 11th and continues today. This service serves to reconfirm our belief that we live in the greatest country on earth. I will close my remarks in the same fashion that I have for each of the past 3 years and speak directly to the family members of the Lynbrook residents who were taken on September 11th. It is and will always be my core belief that someday you again will see your father or your mother, your sister or your brother, your spouse or your child, sitting on the steps of heaven where they have been patiently waiting for you. At that time, you will be able to tell them just how much they meant to not only to you, but to this small village and this great nation on September 11th, 2001. At which time, I promise you that they will turn and tell you just how much your strength, your determination, your courage meant to this small village and this great nation in the years following September 11th, 2001. Until that day, please know that our thoughts, our prayers, and most importantly, our hearts are with you always. May God bless the memories of the victims of September 11th. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you very much for coming here tonight.